A young woman named Emily was known for her lively personality and endless imagination. However, beneath her cheerful exterior, she battled with anxiety that threatened to consume her every moment. Ever since she was a child, Emily felt burdened with the weight of the world. Her mind buzzed with a constant stream of worries and fears, each one more debilitating than the previous. But Emily refused to let her anxiety define her. Instead, she used her creativity to cope with the chaos within. As Emily grew older, her anxiety intensified, reaching a point where it seemed to drown out all other sounds. However, she found something strange amidst the chaos. Her anxiety was not a hindrance, but a catalyst for greatness. It was during her darkest moments that Emily found solace in her art. With trembling hands and a racing heart, she poured her emotions onto the canvas, allowing the colors to dance in a mesmerizing display of chaos and beauty. In those moments of creation, Emily found a sense of peace that eluded her in the outside world, a sanctuary where her anxiety could be transformed into something truly extraordinary. As Emily's talent spread, she found herself in the spotlight, captivating audiences with her artwork. However, she remained humble despite her newfound fame. Emily recognized that her anxiety was not a source of shame, but rather a catalyst that fueled her creativity and drive. Through her art, Emily ventured more deeply into her psyche, exploring the complex emotions beneath the surface. Her anxiety became a powerful source of inspiration as she transformed her fears into symbols of resilience and triumph. Emily faced many obstacles along her journey, each one testing her resolve and pushing her to the brink of despair. Nevertheless, she refused to let her anxiety hold her back. Instead, she used it as a springboard to propel herself closer to her goals. Ultimately, Emily's ability to embrace her anxiety and harness its power led her to greatness. Her artwork became a testament to the unwavering strength of the human spirit, inspiring others to confront their fears with courage and determination. A sense of peace washed over her as Emily stood before her latest masterpiece. She realized that her anxiety was not a curse, but a gift that had led her to her true purpose in life. As the sun set over Serenity Valley, Emily vowed to continue her journey. She knew that her art could illuminate the darkest corners of the human soul, and that's precisely what she intended to do. Emily had discovered her true calling through her struggles with anxiety to create beauty out of chaos and inspire others to do the same. Life is bound to have its difficult moments, and those of us who experience anxiety will likely have to deal with it to some extent for the rest of our lives. However, we can achieve greatness with the right attitude and by making incremental improvements to how we live our lives every day. Anxiety is often perceived as a negative emotion, something we try to avoid or overcome. It's usually connected with stress, worry, and discomfort, leading many to seek ways to alleviate or suppress it. However, what if I told you that anxiety could be a powerful force for growth and transformation? Instead of fearing anxiety, what if we embraced it as a catalyst for greatness? The truth is that anxiety has the potential to propel us toward greatness in ways we may not have imagined. When we feel anxious, our bodies are flooded with adrenaline, our senses are heightened, and our minds become sharper. This heightened arousal can fuel creativity, innovation, and drive, motivating us to reach new heights and achieve our goals. To understand the role that anxiety plays in self-development, we must recognize that, as humans, we are in a unique position. Unlike other creatures ruled by instinct and necessity, we must contend with our freedom. We can use our imagination to create new possibilities and project ourselves into these alternative futures to see where they lead. Choosing among the possible paths and then taking steps toward actualizing these possibilities leads to self-creation. Self-creation is man's ultimate task. Unfortunately, many people do not use anxiety constructively. Instead, they try to escape from it. Some of us even convince ourselves that we don't want a better life and that comfort and security are the best options in these uncertain times. But we fail to realize that by avoiding the possibilities that make us anxious, we are making a deal with the devil. We may feel temporarily comfortable by avoiding challenges and eliminating the risk of failure that comes with self-improvement. Still, we are sacrificing long-term growth and development at a significant cost. We all experience fear from time to time, and while it has its advantages, it can also limit us in specific ways. Fear can help us avoid dangerous situations and keep us safe within our comfort zones. However, it can also prevent us from trying new things and hinder us from realizing our full potential. When it comes to mental health, fear can be a significant barrier to receiving or continuing treatment, which can limit a person's ability to improve their life. To achieve greatness, facing and challenging your fears is essential. Anxiety is often seen as a negative emotion, but it can have positive effects on our brains. When we're anxious, our brains become more creative and innovative, and we can focus more efficiently when faced with the unpredictable. Anxiety can motivate us to work towards our goals, connect with others, and be more productive. From an evolutionary perspective, anxiety is a logical response to help us survive. It activates our drives for reward and social connection, compels us to work for what we care about, and be more productive. Therefore, anxiety is not necessarily destructive, but embodies the logic of survival. Learning to be anxious in the right way means finding ways to work through it rather than around it, leveraging and channeling anxiety to meet goals, discerning when anxiety isn't helpful, and practicing letting it go. Think of this virtuous cycle of anxiety as having 3 parts: listen, leverage, and let go. Anxiety can be a catalyst for personal growth, but this can only happen if we understand and harness it effectively. Rather than viewing anxiety as an insurmountable obstacle, we should consider it a signal that change is needed. Just as physical discomfort prompts us to pay attention to our well-being, anxiety signals the need for attention to our mental and emotional health. By embracing this discomfort, we can embark on a journey of transformative self-discovery and uncover untapped resilience and strength. Anxiety can push us out of our comfort zones and lead us to greatness. When we're faced with anxiety-inducing situations like public speaking, taking on new challenges, or pursuing our dreams, we're forced to confront our fears head-on. This way, we can surpass our perceived limitations and discover our true potential. Anxiety is a feeling of apprehension or unease that arises from a perceived or real threat. Anxiety is a natural response of the body to stress. When we experience anxiety, our body is trying to cope with the stress we are facing. When we feel anxious, our body's response is to narrow our focus, increase our breathing rate, divert blood to our muscles and brain, and accelerate our heart rate. These physiological changes are helpful when they enhance our performance. In fact, anxiety can motivate us to do better. We need a certain level of anxiety to achieve success, as it promotes positive behaviors such as studying hard, preparing well, or working hard for a promotion. However, anxiety can also be harmful if it is excessive or prolonged. Our amygdala, the part of the brain that processes emotions, cannot distinguish between a real and perceived threat, such as taking an exam or running from a tiger. Therefore, excessive anxiety can trigger a fight or flight response that is not necessary for the situation at hand. As an example, J.K. Rowling, the author of the famous Harry Potter series. Rowling had to deal with anxiety and depression on her way to fame and fortune, facing rejection after rejection from publishers. However, instead of letting her anxiety hold her back, she used it as fuel for her creativity, channeling her fears and frustrations into the magical world of Hogwarts. In conclusion, we shouldn't fear or avoid anxiety, but rather embrace it as a powerful force for transformation. By confronting our fears, pushing past our comfort zones, and harnessing the energy of anxiety, we can unlock our true potential and achieve greatness in all areas of our lives. So next time you feel anxious, remember that greatness lies on the other side of fear, waiting to be embraced. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content. Thank you.